Well, hello, coffee time friends. How y'all doing? It is coffee time, but it's supper time too, but it's still a little warm here. I know it's cooled down quite a bit. In fact, this morning was almost like fall, but we're not there yet. Just a little drink to get me going here. We're making unbaked ziti. Why unbaked? Because I don't want to turn on the oven, and I'm not in that kind of, don't have that time to take. I'm gonna just bake it right here in the skillet. Now, all that's in here at the moment is ground chuck and onions, salt and pepper. And that's just browning away. And it has been, and it's brown. It's good. That's all I need. Can y'all see that? Come right in here into this mixing bowl. There's not even a lot of prep and cutting up tonight. I'm going to put a whole can of whole tomatoes in here. What's up, Mama?
Hello, baby.
Mama has been busy today. And watch these tomatoes. They'll spit juice all over you, these whole ones. You know, Mama and I like to use the whole tomatoes because the quality of the tomatoes is a little better. And in this case, I'm just going to mash them up a little bit.
Okay.
The masher. Well, I about got them there, Mama.
Yeah.
I mean, you can give it to me. I might cut them all the way in two. Mama's coming in to let me know you're going to have to do it right. This is just plain old dried Italian seasoning, and I don't want a lot of this. I don't want this to turn into all oregano. I just put a scant bit in the top there. I just want a little flavor. Plus, I'm going to be using some pre-mixed stuff here, and it's got some flavor in it already. Mama, you're right. This has done a better job than my little wooden spatula is doing. They don't have to be pulverized. They just need to be broken up. I want some chunks in there. I want it to be a little chunky. Put that over there. Put that in the water. So I'm opening up, cracking a whole new jar of garlic. If you don't use garlic, that's fine. This is another one of those you do use. If you want to do the fresh garlic, and I've got fresh.
You can smell it. You just now opened it.
I've got fresh garlic, but I like this better.
Quicker and easier.
It's quicker and easier, and I like the flavor. I used to do only fresh garlic, and then I started using the little jars, and I just like it better. I put about a scant half a teaspoon of that in there, okay? Now, I've got some Prego Traditional for the simplicity of it. I'm not going to cook over on the stove and make homemade sauce tonight. I mean, it's Monday night. We're having baked ziti. It's going to taste so good. But I'm not going to be all night, and I'm not going to have a lot of heat going on in here. Now, I'm going to use about half of this jar because it's not going to take that much, I don't believe. If it needs more, I'll add it over there. Now, in here, I'm going to add my parm, freshly grated. I only use freshly grated parm right out of this bottle. Don't judge me, just enjoy it. And I'm going to put a good bit of parm in here. That was a real good bit because that big chunk fell in there, but that's fine. And I'm just going to stir that in together. I do freshly grated for real sometimes, but not tonight. Shortcuts are great, folks. Don't beat yourself up over them. We're in a time when we need to be getting on with it most days. Get your supper made, get your dishes washed, get out with the family. Do something besides screen time for a while. Sit around and talk. Tell them old stories about when you was a kid. Tell them stories about when your parents were kids. You know, expose them to all that stuff. So that's all this is, okay? Mama's over here chopping the meat. Mama's with us tonight.
Chopping it.
Mama's with us tonight. Her plans were canceled. I think she was glad because she was tired.
Yeah.
Now this is just a wooden spoon. I got it to stir in this pot with. So we may lose a little bit in there. So that's what's in here. Now you can add ricotta cheese. We don't like it. Mama, do you like ricotta cheese?
I use it in lasagna sometimes.
Sometimes, but I like it a certain way. Now I don't like it just globbed in there. If you're going to blend it, mix it, and turn it into a creamy sauce, then I can handle it. If you ain't going to do all that, then I don't want it in mine. I've seen people just make a layer of ricotta and you bite into it and it's gritty, and I don't like it.
And you also don't like cottage cheese in it.
And I don't like cottage cheese in it.
But you love cottage cheese to eat.
Yeah, but I don't like it. It's just one of my weird things. Y'all just have to bear with me. Mom, do you want that more sauce in that?
That's all right to me.
Is that on right there? Okay.
It went off when you picked it. Ooh.
Is it on max?
Yeah.
Did it shock you?
No, it's warmer than I was expecting.
Well, it's been cooking a minute. Okay, now I'm going to add some 4 cheese straight out of this bag. Freshly grated right out of this bag.
You made that dish. Are you baking it?
Not bacon. I'm doing unbaked, Mama. I ain't even got the strength of
Thank
bacon.
goodness.
Yeah, this is the shortcut tonight. Well, thank you, Mama.
I'm the garbage collector.
I'm gonna blend this right in here. Okay. Now I went ahead and started the meat before y'all got here and the onions because y'all have seen us do meat and onions about 10,000 times, and I think y'all got the grip on that, on how to do that. So that's all I had in there: salt, pepper, and onion, and a pound of ground chuck. So everything else y'all got to see, and I did do the ziti, and I put it in the Tupperware pasta maker. But by the way, these are going away out of the catalog. If you're wanting one of these, it's not in the new one. Here's our ziti. Already, that's it. That was about a half a box right there. Now, y'all know, I tell you, it's all the time, ranch is more than a dressing. Ranch is a spice. So I'm going to put ranch in here. This is y'all's ranch. This is a spice. I'm not making salad dressing. I'm using this as a spice. I put about a half of a teaspoon in there. Just to shake, cover the top. That's what I would tell you. Now, I'm going to find it, Mama. Even though you tried to reorganize that on me. This is the Southern Secrets. This has got some garlic powder and some onion powder in it. I'm covering the top again.
I can smell the garlic.
I think my mind tells me if I cover the top of anything I'm cooking, however big it is, however amount I'm using, then I'm getting the same consistency in there. Now, it may not be. That's just my way of thinking of it. So, that is it. That is our ingredient profile. And that's all the spices I'm doing. Black pepper, salt, pepper, Southern Secret, y'all's ranch, and Italian season. That's plenty for any pot, ain't it, Mama? Mama likes everything so spicy, but I try to tell her, Mama, we don't need to make everything so spicy that it walks by itself. Lay off them spices a little bit, Mama. She won't have it. The reason I went ahead and done this before she got in here because I didn't want her making this so spicy I couldn't eat it. Yeah. There's a couple ounces of pasta water in there. I left that there on purpose. So that's what it is. There's your ziti. Now at this point, if you were going to do this in a bowl, you could throw this in the oven and bake it. Get all that pasta water in there. You could throw this in your oven and bake it. Okay? I don't want to bake it. I just don't want to. I'm going to put a little bit more of this tomato sauce in here because I just think it needs a little dash more. I'm just going to use a jar. Who am I fooling?
I started to say, why not finish it off as much as she put in.
I know. But I'm not going to stir it in. Oh, you're not? Nope. I'm I'm not going to stir it in. Okay? This is a brand new bag of parm. Y'all know I hate opening bags in front of y'all because sometimes it turns into embarrassment. Oh, look there. It opened right up. I'm always good at opening these bags, and I never have any problems with them. I don't care a bit to open them in front of y'all. No, that was luck. That was just, I always have trouble with these bags. Back to the pot. All right, so now I'm just going to, that was the sauce. And now I'm just going to cover it with mozzarella. What am I doing? I'm doing just like you would in a 9x13. I'm making ziti, but I'm not going to bake it. I'm going to just cover him real good with mozzarella. And that sauce is right there under it. That made a big old pot full, I can tell you that. A big old pot full. This is parsley. You'll find parsley in about all dishes you do like this. It brings out the flavors of other things, but it makes it pretty. Makes it pretty. Now that is just a sprinkle. It's not coming out the best. It's just a few.
Prettier on white plates instead of these red.
Well, Mama, if you want to switch the plate colors, you go right ahead.
I was thinking about this.
Let's get the white ones. That's fine. Those are clean. We just have to put them back up. Now, let's fly over. Zoom. Look at that. That's beautiful. I don't care who you are. Mama, you got the lid to this right there somewhere handy. I'm going to cover this and let all that melt down and be beautiful. So we're just going to sit here and wait on it to get pretty. And we're going to put a lid on it.
You'll take these out of my hands. I'll get you them.
Mama likes these white plates. I do too. Food looks very pretty on a white plate because you get to see it all. Sometimes it looks pretty on different color plates. You know, the most unappetizing color and I don't know who they are, just go with it because I've read it, is blue. And you know, every restaurant you go into, they have their blue plate special. Mama's covered it up. We're just going to let that do its thing. They have their blue plate special. You see a lot of restaurants using blue plates? They say it's the most unappetizing color to put your food on. Now, we've got blue around the edge of our plates, and we eat out of those plates with the big blue flowers on them. I think it always looks pretty good. But now, they say that when people look at the blue plates, that's the one they like the least. What's wrong with you people? Everybody likes a good blue plate special. Mama used to have some blue plates, solid blue, and we ate over home. And I don't ever remember thinking, I sure wish I had a white plate. Do you remember that blue plates, Mama?
Blue plates.
It was like you had the whole kitchen in blue. That was in the 80s. Ducks.
I can't remember that.
Do you remember when you had ducks and blue wallpaper in the kitchen? And
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
blue canisters and blue plates. We had some blue plates. We had our other ones, the Corel that's got the blue red, but she had some solid blue ones. And they sure was pretty. Wonder what happened to them blue plates. We probably broke them. They were probably cheaper and
I don't know.
we didn't take as care of them as we should have. Mama, I'm gonna leave that in your face.
Most everything I've got, I've had for 100 years.
Save my wooden serving thing there. Let me move. This heat. This is our camping. But I like to use it or the other one, either one, because I leave the dishes on it. This one's on. Mom, this other burner's on too.
Oh, I didn't see that side.
Yeah.
I just had that over there looking at it.
We've got it going now. Mama's not felt too good today. Mama, you said you've had a headache.
Yeah, I was.
You feeling better now?
Yeah.
Good. I don't know if she had a headache or she just wasn't wanting to get in here and make baked ziti tonight.
That was it.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't have an engagement tonight to roust about to.
I would have had to cancel it.
Mama, canceling a trip. Should I take you to the
No. But I wouldn't want to drive that far.
It's the season for allergies and headaches. I've had a headache.
And then the dust they had out there, I think.
The remodeling brought a little dust. Mama got out there yesterday and played, Saturday and played in the dust. And I told her then, I said, Mama, you're going to get allergies.
And I did.
And she did. And who was right?
You.
Oh, who?
You. Yeah, you want me to record it for sure?
I just did. I wouldn't pass up an opportunity like that. All right, folks, we're going to give this another minute or two, and then we're going to eat it. I mean, it's melting. I can see it, and it's sort of breathing. You know how it's got, look at that. Look, can y'all see it? Can y'all see the goodness going on in there? There's several dishes like this that if you want, like, our baked beans have never seen an oven. We do them on the stovetop. This baked ziti is going to taste just like baked ziti, as if you put it in there. Now, the cheese ain't going to be brown and crackling on top, but with our short time frames, we don't normally get that bubbling brown top anyway. We bring it out in about 20 minutes. So, today, this is our version of baked ziti because it's just quicker and it's less heat, even though I'm sitting here on top of a hot plate right here in my face.
I'm dreading electric bills when they come out. One lady from another town, hers was real high. And using the ovens, it runs a little bit, but what it
Ovens
does,
use a lot.
it runs the
Air conditioner.
off.
Oven is a big heat, and your electric meter will spin if you go outside and look at it when you get your oven on. I'm not going to take the lid off. I can see through it, but it.
Well, it wasn't on there good. It was me.
That was you, Mama.
I know it.
I thought, that popped in a little bit. It's going to melt on there. If I had all the time in the afternoon here, I would let it sit till it completely melted and was ooey, stringy.
But when you sprinkle it over your spaghetti on your plate, it ain't gooey.
No, this is coming there though. This is getting there. It's bubbling. It may get bubbling in brain, folks. Anyhow, you can do baked spaghetti like this. You can do chicken casserole like this, or any of the things you normally put in a 9x13 and throw in the oven. You can get you a deep dish skillet, make it in there, just do it on top of the stove. Heck, Mama even makes biscuits on top of the stove sometimes, or cornbread. It can be done, folks. If your oven's out, you're not out of commission. You just got a little different process to take.
You can put a lid over biscuits like in a deep pan.
Did y'all know that? Did y'all know you can make biscuits? You can even make cake like that.
And cornbread's the same way.
And cornbread. So Mama's done all those things. I've seen it. I've been right here live action, ready to watch it. Let's take a look at it, see where we're at, because it's starting to bubble up through our cheese and our goodness. Look here. You see that? You see that? That is.
Can't deal with this.
No, I'll get it. I'll get a Tupperware. A spoon right here in my drawer. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down. It's cooked. There was nothing left to cook. All it's doing is just melting that little bit of cheese on there, and that cheese would melt completely. But it's gonna be covered with red sauce before it melts if I don't go ahead and start dipping it. And Mama, I'm gonna tell you right now, make sure you blow because this is gonna be hot.
You got something to drink?
I've got coffee and a little bit of water over here, Mama. There it is, folks. Unbaked ziti. Unbaked. Because it's too hot to bake. Too hot for me. You all may think, oh, it ain't that hot, John. It's still in the 80s. And this was faster.
It has to be in the oven 30 minutes.
Yeah, it takes it a minute. This just works out faster. You may be, Mama, if you want some more parm.
I don't want a lot.
Um,
Thank you.
you may be thinking, I don't have all evening. I've got somewhere to go. I got to be somewhere. I can't take all evening, but I sure wish I could just throw that in there. Maybe you have hamburger meat and you think, I need to get that done. You can do it, folks. You can shortcut.
Cheese string.
Cheese is stringing. You can take some shortcuts. I just like downtown. Just like downtown. I'm gonna leave the lid on from it, Mama, because it's hot. It's still bubbling. And here's the parm, if you want some more parm.
I don't think I need any more.
Let's bless it. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for nourishing our bodies with it, dear Lord. And we just pray that you'll watch over, lead, and guide and direct us, dear Lord. And dear Lord, whatever's going on in the University of North Carolina, dear Lord, just pray that you'll be with each and every one there, and be with each and every person, be with each and every family. And dear Lord, just watch over all of us. Watch over all the children, dear Lord, and all the young folks out there. Lord, put a hedge of protection on each and every one of them. In your blessed name, dear Lord, we ask these things. Plus, Lord, our friends are gathered here tonight. We often see so many prayer requests and so many hurts and needs. We just pray that you'll answer each and every one of those as well, dear Lord. In your blessed name we pray. Amen. All right. I don't know what's going on. Y'all got news channels that you can tune into, but there is trouble at North Carolina, and I don't want to start any rumors.
I don't know.
And I just want y'all to be much in prayer for whatever's going on up there. Let's give this a whirl, Mama. Unbaked Ziti. Here we go. It's hot. It's lava. Are you eating it?
I blowed it. I got off the edge and blowed it. I didn't eat just straight out the middle.
Mmm.
It's good, man.
It's delicious. I've made baked ziti. Spent 25 minutes in the oven. I won't do it anymore. I mean, I'll take the shortcut probably. Unless I just have tons of time. Sometimes it's easier to put in the oven. Sometimes you make it up. Maybe you make this up before you go to work. You put it in a pan. Put it in the refrigerator. Tell your spouse, take that out and put it in the oven when you get home. Sometimes that's the easiest way. But in our case, it was much easier to throw it in the skillet and eat it unbaked than it would be to bake it.
Maggie's sure is thirsty.
Mm-hmm. She probably hasn't drunk any all day today. She's not running out today, Mama said. She's been better about that.
It's rained off and on.
Well,
She
that's
ain't
right. She ain't interested in going out in the rain. Unbaked ziti. It's a hit, folks. It's a keeper. It'll go in our rotation. You can use any kind of pasta. You can use what's that you use sometime on bow tie?
Bow tie and shell, rotini.
Mm-hmm. This sure is good.
Mm-hmm.
Sure is good. But you can unbake a lot of things.
I like the smaller ziti, but this is good, the great big large one.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, this is delicious. Do you miss any flavor profiles by not having the ricotta cheese and all that in it?
No,
I sure do. I don't mind the ricotta cheese if you soften it, blend it, make that, all inclusive. But a lot of times I've had it, they just make a layer of ricotta cheese. Where's the garlic bread, Amanda? When we do ziti or pasta, we try not to do bread. Sometimes we fall off the big wagon. But we have accustomed ourselves. My daddy thought you had to have bread with every meal. It wasn't a meal without bread. I never was big on it, but I found once we started doing without it, I was bigger than I thought it was. We were up to a 3-pound a week habit on cornbread. We either had biscuit bread or cornbread every night for supper, or we had sweet rolls, and it was just like, where's the bread? It wasn't even like it was a necessity to the meal or anything. So that was one of the cutbacks we did for Mama, for the sugar, for me. So, it just helps out all the way around. Now, I would say garlic bread would taste delicious with this. And salad would be good with it. Mama ain't doing no green salad, are you, Mama?
Not this late at night, I won't.
Nearly everything in a salad will be something Mama couldn't eat this late. Now, you'll see us eat salads sometimes of the evenings, but if you'll notice, that's an earlier video, maybe a 4:30 video or a 5 o'clock video. So we'll have a grilled chicken salad or something like that. Or you'll see us on Sunday have salads at lunch. Mama she needs about 6 hours before bed before she eats a lot of onion, raw onion, or a lot of salad and all
Well,
that.
I like onion in my salad, cucumbers, cauliflower, but I like all that in there, but it don't like me.
We found the magic number is around 6 hours. So that does determine some of the things we eat. I see movies. Believe it or not, every once in a while I watch a movie. But I've seen movies where they'll say, let's do dinner. And they'll say, I'll pick you up at 9. And I'm like, at night? What are you talking about? In some countries, dinner is at 9. Do you live in a country where you eat very, very late? In the good old USA, most certain age people, we like to eat, 4:30 or 5 if we can get to it.
Old age like me, we eat early.
Or when you work and you have no choice, 6:30 sometimes is the best you can do. My whole childhood growing up, we ate supper at 6 o'clock every night. Dad got home at 6 o'clock, we ate at 6 o'clock. And Mama had it on the table.
You would never eat early. If he was running late, you'd say, I'll wait on Daddy. And you'd always wait on him. I'd want to eat sometimes, but you'd say, no, let's wait on him.
This was before cell phones, of course. And I remember one night in particular, kids know what's going on. I don't care. It was 6 o'clock, Dad wasn't home, and Mom had supper ready, and 6:30 came, he still wasn't home. We live in an area where we can see the interstate. Well, we could see traffic up there. Back then, it stopped. And 7, Dad wasn't home. And Mom said, let's go ahead and eat. He'll be here in a minute. I said, nope, I'm waiting on Daddy. So she put the stuff on the stove. It was 7:30 going on 8 o'clock before he got home because there had been a really bad wreck and it took them 2 hours and something to clear it. And they couldn't do nothing. They couldn't notify us. And I remember knowing Mama was nervous, but her saying, oh, he'll be fine. He's just running late. And she was trying to make me feel good, but I knew something was wrong. And I just remember that feeling of just not knowing and feeling nervous, and Mama saying, it's fine. But I also remember the look on her face when he walked through the door. And she said, where have you been? I've been worried. And he began, there was a bad wreck up there, and we wasn't involved with it. We just had to wait. But I think what a blessing it is to have cell phones. The other night, I would have been on the road coming to get you somewhere. But I called her, and my mind was instantly relieved, and I was glad.
That's all right when I was talking to you.
Uh-huh. It's hard dealing with a hard-headed 75-year-old sometimes. They won't pull over.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll just drive on. Mama, there's giving floods and everything. Let me come and get you. No, I'm coming on.
I told the men today, Mikey wasn't doing what I said. I said, she's as hard-headed as I am, and both of them was laughing at me.
Did I tell y'all about the man at church that said, she's strict?
Yeah, you told them several times.
Did you jump him Sunday?
No, I've not jumped it.
That don't mean you won't, though, does it?
I'm trying to be good at church anyway. I wouldn't jump it.
Oh, so you admit you're not good here?
No, sometimes I get a little rowdy.
When's that, Mama?
When I was fussing at Maggie, she was out there.
She didn't tell on you today when I come home.
Well,
I think she's getting over
you
it.
know that stuff, that tile and all that stuff they're taking up is sharp stuff in it and stuff. She had to go, excuse me, go out there. I said, Maggie, don't get in that. It'll cut your little feet. Maggie, come around this way. Stay out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what Maggie did? Would not listen. Got right in it.
And that bothered you, Mama?
Yeah.
Aggravated you?
I said she didn't mind.
Why was you bossing her around, Mama?
I didn't want her feet cut. And I said, Maggie, you're going to cut your feet. And I said, you're hard-headed and I am.
So you wasn't just trying to tell her what to be mean to her?
No, I was trying to protect her little paws.
Like when I say, Mama, don't be climbing on ladders. And you say,
you're trying to protect my paws.
and you say, I can do what I want to do. I don't need you bossing me around. Mama, look into this camera. Quit looking at me.
No, I think I'm looking at camera.
So when you are bossing Maggie around, you're just trying to love her.
Yeah, she.
And when I'm bossing you around,
there's sharp stuff in there.
like hard
floors.
Like hard floors when a 75-year-old woman falls off a ladder.
Yeah, but she didn't limp after she got out of there. No worse than usual. But
will you remember this story the next time you're climbing on a ladder, which will be in days? I mean, it won't even be days, probably.
No.
Huh?
No, it probably won't.
Will you remember it?
What, this?
Yeah, that I'm.
I remember her not minding me.
Will you remember me trying to help you like you're trying to help her?
Yeah.
Less life lesson. I love it.
Poor little thing. She's hard-headed.
That's what I say. Poor little thing. She's hard-headed.
Yeah, I was admitting I was hard-headed.
Today. There's coming a day, probably tomorrow, that you won't admit that.
I'm still hard-headed tomorrow.
I love it. Mama.
You'd have had to pack her around if she'd cut her paws up.
Well, no, I just wrapped them up in about 3 inches of t-shirt, and taped it up and said, have at it, girl. You had to get out there. She wouldn't get cut.
It was sharp stuff in there.
Mama, she's out in the yard all the time.
Well, that's different. It's like, what is it, porcelain and stuff, broke up stuff.
She's pretty smart, Mama. She's the princess. She didn't tell on you today.
She didn't.
She didn't yodel a yodel.
She might not.
She must have forgotten it. Maggie, have you got something to tell me?
She was snoring and you woke her up.
Did y'all hear her snoring? She don't think she can't fall asleep laying right there. True story. Yeah, we may have difficulty tonight if it's raining, because it looks like it's going to rain again. We have to, Mama and I are funny. If you could watch us on a rainy day, when it's just one of those days, you know, I'll say, it's like that. Mama say, oh, and we'll run to the, come on, girl, come on, come on. Either one of us, no matter what time it is, if she went out 30 minutes earlier, if it slacks up, we'll say, oh, it's slacked up, hurry, she'll go out. She will not go out when it rains.
And then she didn't want to go down the back steps.
No.
I had to coach her down it. And then she wanted back up, but she didn't want to climb back up them.
Yeah.
So I had to coach her up it and encourage her. I said, you can do it.
Here's the funny thing. She don't want to go down the steps, and she'll take one step and then another step and another step, real slow. Same way coming up. She'll come up one little step and she'll look at you like one more little step. Unless, if there's a crow in the backyard and you open the back door, she can hit those steps in 2 seconds and be in that yard without an ounce of trouble. It's in her mind. She's trying to make us feel sorry for her because she's got the ability, obviously, because she can do anything she wants to do. If the UPS man pulls up out front, she can run out the door, off the porch. Be to him. She can run up to the neighbors. Any other time she can't get on the steps. She's like, oh. Same out back.
You have to give her a pep talk at every step. Come on.
If she's out back and one drop of rain hits, there's 3 steps to come up on the patio, and there's 4 steps to come up in the house. She can hit all them like quick and be in this house. No encouragement needed, no asking, no nothing. I mean, just like a jet, and in her bed she goes. It's what she wants to do. And we're talking about Maggie, not Mama. Just to be sure.
I'm not saying what.
No, Mama's never slow. In fact, I said, Mama, you don't have to run everything you do. You don't have to run up the steps. You can slow down. They're going to put some handrails on the patio steps. Yeah, I said, Mama, that don't have no handrails. You can slow down. Oh, I'm fine. She's just like Maggie on the opposite. Yeah, Maggie does what Maggie wants to do. She don't care a bit too. And she can fly like the wind when she wants to. If she don't want to, she ain't moving.
Well, she's got so old, she don't fly like she did.
And her little arthritis leg that she holds up,
it hits the ground.
It hits the ground running with a crow or the UPS guy. Honest to goodness, I worry she's going to get hit by a car or something running across. We just have a little small road. But I worry when she hits to the neighbors because she sees him up there and she's highly jealous that he's up there talking to other dogs and she's not the one. And I hear him, and he's so great. He's a wonderful. And he'll say, I'm coming to your house, girl. You don't have to come up here. I'll be down there in a minute. Can't tell her nothing. She embarrasses us in front of the whole neighborhood trying to hog up all the trees. But she can, and they live up on a hill. She can not only run off the porch and run out on the sidewalk and up our hill, she runs up their hill. Don't you, Mama?
Yeah.
In 5 seconds, she gone. She up there. And you're hollering, Maggie.
But she don't mind.
I can hear Mama sometimes hollering her name over and over. I know the UPS man's at the neighbors. It's a certain yell, isn't it, Mama?
Yeah, she wants them trees. And if she eats it real fast, she's after him wanting another one. He won't give her 2 of them in a row.
He will.
Every once in a while
he might, well, we're not out there, but he knows we don't want her to have too many. All right, folks, do you some unbaked ziti. See, it's still delicious. I'm going to put that up in a container, and we're going to have that for lunch. I'll have that tomorrow for lunch. It'll save me $14 going to a drive-thru somewhere.
Well, you're definitely going to take it if it'll say $14.
Mama, I'm telling you, prices have gone up a notch. Maybe not
some
14,
crackers
12.
and bologna if it'll say $14.
That's what I had today for lunch.
Oh.
Crackers and bologna. I did, really. It's just, I don't know what we're going to do. I guess just pay it and go on. Eat it. Take
If you
leftovers.
eat it, you have to.
Take leftovers. You didn't eat much of yours. You didn't like it.
Yeah, I baked quite a bit.
You didn't like it.
Yeah, it's real good.
Wasn't no count.
It was real good.
Mama, they don't look like you ate much.
I did.
Are you making fun of my cooking?
No, I wouldn't do that.
If you don't want me to cook, Mama, I won't.
No, you did a good job.
Do you want me not to cook for you?
No, you did a good job. I'm feeling the best in the world.
You're feeling better though, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I think it was out there in that dusty work zone, and then every fall, Mama is allergic to something, and she gets this little dry, hacky cough, and it makes her not feel good, and I think it's about that time.
Yeah, I've done started it at night when I go to bed.
And it's just a constant cough for about 3-4 weeks. First time she got it, I thought it was her blood pressure medicine. I said, we got to take your blood pressure medicine's off. It's causing you to cough. She said, no, I don't think it's that. And so we took her to the doctor, and she's allergic. Something is in bloom. And it blooms around September, October, somewhere in this. I don't know what it is.
August through September.
I don't know what it is. It's something out there that you just don't agree with. But she's done it for years and years, so we've kind of got the pattern on it. Do y'all have that? Just a little dry cough.
And my eyes water.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it's every year. And then after the first frost, she's good. And I'm the same way. That's one reason I like winter. There's no allergies for me. I don't have many allergies in the wintertime. But when the grass is on, and the trees are on, and the pines, even the pines are on all year long, but there's something that goes on in the summer that acts up.
Bloom or put that
Whatever they do.
Cedars do.
Cedars do. All right, folks, that's all we got tonight. As Mama says, you're talking their ear off. You need to let them folks go.
That's right. Let them have a little rest.
See that little cough right there? Mm-hmm. Well, Mama, I hate your plans for canceled, but I enjoyed having you here for supper.
Well, my friend's legs are bothering her real bad. So
And I'm glad you're feeling better than you was when I first came home.
I am.
Good. You folks have a good night.
Yeah.
I don't know what your weather's like. If you can get outside a little while, we can get on the porch, but that's it because it's still a drizzle out there. And if I don't have to water flowers. If Maggie will go out, I'll take her out and let her roam and do a crow check. And if it's not dry enough and she won't get in the grass sometimes, then we'll walk up the road on the sidewalk a little bit. And that'll be the evening. I know, extreme excitement. I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Oh, it's a good thing I like the simple things more.
Yeah, we all like simple things.
We really do.
Enjoy them.
We really do.
What is it when you get old? It ain't all the big things that you remember. It's a lot of the smaller, simple things.
Well, I think when you're coming through your life, you're building for different things. It seems like, when you're 18, you can't get things done fast enough to get on with your life and get your career and get your stuff going. And then your 20s, you're building, and you have families and you have kids and you have this and that. And time you get your 40s, you're starting to think, whew, got too much stuff going on. Slow down a little bit and enjoy. And then, you slide into your 50s, your 60s, you realize sometimes happiness is just sitting quietly and reading a book.
The simple things of life.
Sometimes happiness is just sitting around with your family and enjoying the simple things and talking about things you've done in your life. Sometimes the simplest things, like sitting in a swing and looking at nature, makes you the happiest and fills your heart full of joy. Joy is something separate than happiness. I don't think, you can't just walk around happy all the time, but you can have peace and joy in your heart all the time, even in the bad times or sad times or when you're stressed or working. You can have joy in your situation. You may not be happy with everything, but you have joy and peace. And don't let anything or anyone steal your joy and your peace, because keep those in your heart all the time. Happiness will come and go. Sadness will. Good times, bad times. But just remember, you're very special. If nobody's told you that today, let me tell you right now. You're a VIP on this world. God created you. He woke you up this morning. He has a plan for you. You're very important. If you're sitting there right now thinking, nobody cares, nobody loves me, and I'm here by myself, and whatever, you're wrong.
God loves you, or He wouldn't work it.
You're wrong. You mean a lot to a lot of people. And you all mean a lot to me and Mama. And we enjoy our time with you all. And your family loves you. They may not call you. They don't mean they don't love you. Keep your joy in check. Keep your peace in check. And other things will come to you. So we wish you joy and peace and lots of love. And y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Rest of the day today. The rest of the week. It's just Monday. You got a whole week of joy and peace coming. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Y'all have a blessed night.